So I'm joined today by Tania Charlton from Wouldn't Change a Thing, a group of parents working to, I suppose, design a world where negative perceptions of Down syndrome are a thing of the past. So, hi Tania, thank you for joining me.
Hi Jenny, thank you for inviting me.
Um, so I think probably Wouldn't Change a Thing is probably best known for the viral videos that have taken the world by storm, of families using Makaton to sign to songs like A Thousand Years and Don't Stop Me Now. And there's been a ton of media interest from all over the world. But I think, from my perspective, I think that's hugely inspirational for other parents and carers to see what's possible to achieve when you kind of get together as a group and set
Yeah.
your mind to something. How on earth did it all start?
Well, it all started. All of us were in a Facebook group together of children born in 2013 and 2014. And one of the mums, Becky, who's also part of the charity now, came up with an idea after seeing Singing Hands doing A Thousand Years to say, wouldn't it be great if we could produce this as parents and share it for World Down Syndrome Day? And the idea was to share it with our friends and family. So one of the dads in the group, Jamie, also involved in Wouldn't Change a Thing, put the video together, and it was amazing. And we all saw it, and everyone was in tears. But we thought that was probably just because it was us in it, and it was just how we felt about our children. So obviously, we launched the video on Facebook, social media, and yes, it went balmy, absolutely balmy. Went all over the world, all different news channels, and it was phenomenal, the impact that video had. And that's how Wouldn't Change a Thing was born, really, because at that point we weren't an organisation, we were just a group of parents, and decided that actually if we can make that kind of impact, why wouldn't we continue and keep it going?
Because I suppose that's the impressive thing, is taking it from a video, which was great and it was viral and it went, but to then change it into something that became so big. I mean,
Yeah.
do you all have experience in kind of campaigning and media? I mean, what's behind it?
No, we are a group of parents. Um, some of us have a professional background, but not in media in any way. Others don't. We are totally fueled by the passion and love and the want to make a difference for our children. And actually, I don't think you could say there's anything more that will instill more passion or motivation than how you feel about your children. So no, we've had a lot of things to learn. We've made mistakes. We've learned from it. Every day we learn something new, and it's been quite a journey, and it's still going on. But no, we're definitely not from a media background in any way.
So what is Wouldn't Change a Thing doing, other than the videos? Because I know that there's a lot of things going on in terms of campaigning and things like that. It's not just the videos.
No, I mean, the videos are our heartland. So those is kind of the window into our organisation. Um, our biggest project this year is a book that we're doing. So we connected with the T21 in Australia network, who did a fantastic book called Celebrate T21, which was designed for birth units and new parents and that kind of thing. And Steph, who runs the organisation, has very kindly offered to do the book for us. So which is why we've gone through to a charity. So we're raising money to be able to produce things that support our mission. And that book hopefully will go into birth units, into new parents, even workplaces and schools and that kind of thing. And it's just imagery and quotes, but it's incredibly powerful, and the same kind of thing as our videos, which is just that it's that real life, it's that lived experience. And that's our project this year. And there's a few other bits and bobs going on, but everything that we do is awareness, is positive awareness, is lived experience. So we're slightly different because the organisations that are out there, they offer support and that kind of thing. And we do have a support group for parents, but ultimately we're using our passion to do that slightly different thing that's not out there as big as we are. There's lots out there and they're incredible at what they do, but we had a platform and we've used it, and that's what we're doing with it.
Yeah. And you mentioned lived experience there, and I think that's a really interesting question, is what difference do you think it makes being part of an organisation that is led by parents with that experience as opposed to another charity or organisation that isn't? Do you think the impact you have is different?
It is different because it's like a window into our lives. It's a window into real life. And these professional big organisations, they're absolutely incredible. And I know I couldn't have survived without them so far. But this is different because it's people love real life. They love the fact that we're just a group of parents. And we're homemade, you know. It's never completely perfect, our videos or what we do, but it's quite endearing, and people like to see it.
Yeah. Have you, as a group, have you considered what impact this might have on other parents and carers doing their own thing and you inspiring them to get things off the ground?
Absolutely. Well, we've seen it. I mean, the last World Down Syndrome Day was phenomenal. You know, the amount of videos that came out similar to 50 Mums and Tightrope, from smaller organisations, small support groups that wanted to also join and shout and be positive about their children. It's given them confidence. We get hundreds of messages from people or people in our support group that say, I never felt comfortable to shout about my child before or to talk about Down syndrome. It didn't feel like I should put that on social media, but now they're inspired to do that, and that can only be a positive thing. You know, we love sharing other people's stuff. You know, we're not just about Wouldn't Change a Thing. We share as many things as we possibly can because it's all towards our mission, and the more that are doing it, absolutely fantastic.
So if there's someone out there or a group of people out there who are looking at what Wouldn't Change a Thing have done and feel inspired to sort of set their own thing up, whether it be video based or not, what sort of advice would you give them about what it takes to get something like that off the ground and up and running?
Don't underestimate it for a start. Just be prepared to know what your goal is. It's really important you stick to your mission, because there's lots of different elements to our lives and our community, and it's easy to get involved in all of them, and you just can't do that. There's many people doing incredible things, and it's sticking to what you want to do. It's about realising you're going to have to learn as you go along. There's a lot of researching into different things to set up something like this, and a huge commitment to maintain what you're doing. But really, my biggest advice is, if you care enough, do it. Just do it. Yeah.
That's brilliant advice. So have we got another video to look forward to coming up? Is there one in the pipeline? Are you allowed to say? Oh.
Am I allowed to say? I think I am. We have a big project coming up of somebody that we've partnered with, which is huge. So when we did 50 Mums, we were invited up to a premiere by Paramount Pictures for Sherlock Gnomes through Elton John. And we met some of I think he was the marketing director at that point, but he's now one of the MDs of Paramount. And they have, obviously, they're part of Viacom. And we have been picked to be one of the Viacom charities of the year.
Wow.
And they wanted to do us something for Father's Day. So we are currently waiting for a date for filming, and we will be releasing something with Paramount Pictures for Father's Day this year.
Wow.
I know. It's just phenomenal. And the support that we've had, and you know, this morning, the press, Sky have always had us on, and all the celeb support as well that we've had has just been overwhelming, really. But without that, we couldn't do what we do. And yes, Paramount is phenomenal. Well, Viacom is phenomenal, really. So we're really excited about that.
But a lot of that's to do with the tenacity of the group of people who are making it happen. Do you know what I mean? You know, these bits of luck don't happen unless you kind of put yourself out there, and that's exactly what you've all done.
And also we've had to nurture these relationships. We've got several things coming out towards the end of the year as well, with the fabulous Zebedee teaming up with us for Grandparent Month. So that's really exciting too. And another partner that I won't announce just yet. And that's because we've contacted these people. We've said, do you want to work together? And they're like, yes. And you know, Jamie's got a great relationship with Paramount, and there's been months in the talking and working together for this. And that's the other side, is we don't just get handed things on a plate. You have to nurture those relationships and really work with them. But yes, without the sheer cheek and, like you say, tenacity, we probably wouldn't get these opportunities, but we are so incredibly grateful for them as well.
And something you just said there struck a chord. You were talking about developing positive relationships. I think it's very easy as parents and carers to kind of try and go at things not in such a positive way to try and get your message across. And actually, by being positive and collaborative, that often is the way to get what you're after, because at the end of the day, you're getting your message out there in a huge way by being positive and working alongside people.
And I think a lot of that positivity comes from the name, from the Wouldn't Change a Thing. And sometimes we get people questioning that because they take it literally. But the very fact we would change an awful lot of things is why we're doing what we would do. So it's not a literal, we wouldn't change anything. We wouldn't change a thing about having our children in our lives. And that's the key to the hashtag. And that's a really important message. We would change an awful lot. And that's why we do what we do, to instill that change, to show the value, and, you know, to make children with Down syndrome and people, adults with Down syndrome, fit better in society, and for them to not be looked at as they are now and have been. You know, it's that steady curve of positivity that just shows value in our community.
Well, thank you for everything that you do. As a group of you, I know there's a lot of you there behind the scenes, so thank you very much, and thank you for spending a few minutes there talking to me. It's really interesting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what's coming next.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Tania. Cheers.
Speak soon. Bye.